Holy cow, Mozzie's for everyone. Welcome in, Cubs fans, to another episode of the Holy Cow Podcast, the Cubs recap rant show on the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. If you're not buzzing after this week, you might be from weak-ass Winnetka. Between the Bears and the Cubs, what a difference a few days can make. We've got so much to unpack, from the Cubs absolutely flipping the script on the Milwaukee Brewers to the truth that we all secretly knew behind Kyle Tucker's struggles at the plate. So let's get right into it. You know, just a few days ago, things looked sad. Monday, the Cubs got their heads kicked in the first game of this big 5-game series against the Brewers. They were shut out, had no life, no enthusiasm, no nothing. It's more the same pathetic, weak shit that we've been seeing for over a month. Kyle Tucker got booed even. Fans at Wrigley were fed up after another 0-for-4 ground-out performance. The team looked lost. We were all wondering about 2032. But then something clicked. Something shifted. I don't know if there's a Santiago on the squad, but a code red got called. Somebody in the organization had to step in, because suddenly Craig Counsell did a 180 from when he was back in Toronto, and he said that Owen Cassidy had to work his way into the lineup, because none of our outfitters are slumping right now, I guess. He went from that to saying Kyle Tucker needed days with an S off. And just like that, the youth movement was on. YCs, let's go. We in the building. Let's go. We in here. After the second game got rained out on Monday, the Cubs came out and swept the doubleheader from the Brewers. And who was it that kicked that thing off? Owen Casey. The kid might be the future. In game 1, Casey was the star, driving in PCA and Seiya Suzuki with a 2-run single that got Wrigley teed up. Willie Castro hit a 3-run home run in the third, and then Casey hit his first big league home run, Oppo Taco to left field, packing the Brewers up for that 6-4 victory. Bro even made 2 really nice running catches in the right field corner. Game 2 of the doubleheader, he delivered a game-tying hit and scored from first on a double from Michael Busch to give the Cubs the lead. He combined for 4 RBIs across the 2 games. Kitteridge pitched a perfect knife to pick up the save. Then came Wednesday, and the Cubs kept the momentum rolling with a dramatic 4-3 win. Biggest play was that outfield assist from Willie Castro in the 7th inning, when he completely gunned down a man trying to score. But the hero of the game, the boy Matt Shaw. He battled Brewers All-Star, fake All-Star, pitcher Jacob Misiorowski for a remarkable 11-pitch walk. That loaded the bases in the 3rd inning, and that shifted the pressure, because Misiorowski, he is a young buck. He can get rattled, and they definitely rattled him. Michael Busch, Cubs first baseman, cleared the bases with his double, gave the Cubs a huge 3-1 lead, and for good measure, Shaw homered in the 8th inning to give the Cubs a big insurance run, because Palencia's control all over the place in the 9th inning. He had no control. He was just throwing it wherever. He even almost threw the ball away when he tried to throw the ball to Busch at the first. But back to Shaw. The kid has been the team's best offensive player since the All-Star break. He's batting .302, 9 home runs, and he's even flashing the leather at third. Bro's a dog. But let's not forget the pitcher. Colin Ray continues to be surprisingly reliable. And Jameson Taillon, fantastic in his return from the IL. He threw 6 innings of 1-run ball when the bullpen needed the length the most. Balls. The Cubs won 3 straight games against those stupid Brewers from Wisconsin, won the series on Wednesday, but most importantly, they won the season series, which gives them the tiebreaker. That could be massive if we end up catching these fools. We're only 6 games back at this point, and the Cubs got the easiest remaining schedule left in baseball, while those Brewers got the 10th hardest. I'm not saying anything, but I'm also not saying that there's a path. Lock in, Cubs. This is the first 3-game losing streak for the Brewers since the first week of May, and I just want to say, you're welcome. Let's give Jed and them some credit, though. The trade deadline decisions that we all maligned, that we all hated, they played big in those 3 games. Kitteridge had that save on Tuesday. Castro was huge, and the decision to not trade Casey paid for itself, at least for right now. Now that I said all that, let's talk about Cal Tucker. They benched him, and the team still didn't put up any crooked numbers, even though it won the series. So the offense is still sputtering, but the intensity and the wins did return. Baseball is a superstitious sport. So why did you bring Cal back for the last game? Make it make sense. He was 0 for 4 again, and the team went 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 11 men on base, and lost the last game, and the pathetic-looking offense just returned magically. I'm not putting that on Cal, but it did happen. Schroeder looked good, but he got to hold the L again due to lack of run support. Craig Counsell said Tucker needed the days off to reset, but the real story that dropped this week from a man, Jesse Rogers, is that Cal Tucker has been playing with a broken right hand since he got back on June 1st. Something that we were all thinking when he slid in the second and had to leave the game. He was diagnosed initially with a jammed finger, and the x-rays were negative, but they did further tests, and it revealed that it was a fracture, actually. Cal wanted to keep playing through it. Can't blame him for the competitive spirit. And he's in a contract year, so I get it. Plus, June, he was having his best month. Right after the injury. But playing through it changes mechanics. Jed Hoyer, who I did just give props to, suggested that all of that changes mechanics and likely, quote unquote, created some bad habits along the way. His ground ball rate has been fat since July 1st, and his slugging fell through the basement. And this is where the Cubs deserve, as a whole organization, they deserve a muff. How could you let your star player, one who you're in contract negotiations with, who is clearly struggling, continue to play for 2 months with a healing fracture, especially when it's impacting his performance so severely? And most importantly, why the team is losing games? It's unacceptable. Garbage decision. I don't like it at all. They said the hand is healed now, but the damage to his swing and confidence is clear. If you watch Locked On Cubs, my man Sam Ober, he did a great breakdown of that interview that Cal Tucker did, and he kind of does sound like he's ejected. He's out of it right now. His confidence took a big punch. Like I said, he returned to the lineup on Thursday, hitless again, 2 groundouts. This isn't just a mental slump. The consequences of playing hurt are going to linger for a while, and we don't need that. Look, the Cubs have enough depth with guys like Owen Casey, Matt Shaw, Michael Bush, Nico Horner, even Dansby Swanson. They're ready to contribute. We should have put Tucker on the IL in June. This is about October, folks, not 2032, not next year, right now. When Cal Tucker is right, he lifts the whole lineup up. And the Cubs need a healthy Cal Tucker if this team hopes to make a deep postseason run. I believe he can get back right to it. He's a champ. I know he knows what he needs to do. He needs to get his swing right. And hopefully these 3 games off, seeing the Cubs win in his absence, It will help him reset and get that reset that he desperately needs, and he'll get back right. He's a team-oriented guy, and he wants to get the job done. We are all rooting for him. The entire city of Chicago is rooting for him because it's the only baseball team in town. The Cubs have a favorable schedule to end the season. They've clinched a tiebreaker against those stupid Brewers, and the youth movement is providing an incredible spark. This team has the pitching to make a run. Now they just need the offense to do their part. Veteran hitters, including a healthy Cal Tucker, to get right for October. This week has been a crazy turning point. The vibes are different. The momentum has shifted. It's time to believe, Cub fans. Let's go. Fly to W.
Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say three things: bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.